Oh, man. Long week. It's nice to be doing this again. Get back into the normal groove. Oh, man. It feels so nostalgic right now, too. Like, everybody's sitting around watching some NFL Blitz. This game fucking rules. Bringing this awesome podcast to you this week is your standard cast. I'm Doug Mitchell.
I'm Eric Bada.
Eric Powers.
And special guest today,
the sultry Thomas Hughes.
Sultry Thomas Hughes.
Sultry.
Now he says sultry because he means it.
Damn,
I
that's
do.
sultry.
Yeah.
When sultry was put in the dictionary, I was an embryo at the time, but they had me in mind.
Well, really, it's about reincarnation.
Right.
Right. Because when they initially put it in the dictionary, when they were creating the English language.
When they're creating Jesus.
Right.
Can I just interrupt here for a second?
Yeah,
in
The
that
big head.
Nobody
Nobody
knows the cheats, and yet somehow
Yeah.
fucking Libby figured out the big
Yeah.
head
Got
cheat.
just
big
mash
head,
buttons.
big head, and late hits.
We should probably wait. Let's introduce the game we're playing. How's that
Oh,
sound,
yeah.
everybody?
Probably should do that.
Yeah. Well, for if you're not watching the video cast, you're lame. Go watch it, like it, subscribe to our channel.
Oh, yeah.
But we're
Definitely.
playing NFL
Definitely.
Blitz. I mean, this game is like it's like a sports game based on a sport, but none of it is really anything like
I
the
think-
sport that it's meant to be like.
I think you
sport
could probably
without any
call
rules.
this game like the
everyone's
forerunner to
viciously-
backbreaker.
Yeah.
Kinda.
The super fucking over the top football playing. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
I
there's no penalties. You can do whatever you want. You whore!
I was just about to say that's something you rarely see in this game. Like you do see turnovers, but they're kind of weird. But you never see fumbles.
Yeah, there are always interceptions that bounce off four
exactly.
people.
Yeah, and then
It's so much better though.
The ball
It's such
the
a
ball
bobble.
moves so fast. It just like pinballs
Yeah.
off everything.
I mean,
Awesome.
it's just what like I said. What's so great is you know what you're playing because it's football and everybody knows football.
yeah.
But the only rules are pre-snap rules. After that, it's just chaos. on the
There isn't
field.
even
This is-
pre-snap
it's-
rules
yeah,
because they
there's
won't let
barely-
you. They won't let you cross the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
It's pretty
you-
much
Unless
it's
you
pretty
put in
much
cheat.
like it's pretty much like team play smear the queer.
This
Oh,
is the game
fumble!
you would, this is the game you would play after just like a shitty day at work. Like you come home, you're just like, you're like NFL Blitz,
But you
And,
got to
like, the
remember
pile
this
was
game
so
came
bad
out.
you could always.
But
win.
shitty
Oh,
day
yeah,
at
not-
work at
not
what,
us.
I was gonna
11,
say,
Oh, no,
we're
not
like
us.
12 when this came out.
10?
He's
Not us.
He's
Oh god, I had such a hard day at grade school.
Yeah. Goddamn fifth grade's riding me real hard right now.
damn clock was ticking all through nap time.
Yeah, nap time.
I think this game, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was the only football game that had any credit to it besides the only one that comes to mind that really sucked was I think NFL quarterback.
No, this didn't
NFL
suck.
quarterback club.
No, not this didn't suck.
okay.
NFL, I think it was like quarterback.
They
Oh, yeah.
actually
or
they used to
something.
have a lot of them. There used to be a lot of.
Yeah,
games.
but
Yeah.
at this time for N64, I don't think there was any Madden.
I think
No, there definitely was.
They started
Because I was
what,
playing
like,
Madden.
the early 90s.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
playing Madden on
And-
Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
this-
I
not
definitely
not
had
Madden.
Super
Madden
Nintendo.
96, I
Yeah.
think it
Madden
was.
current state,
This
but-
game was like the whole reason I think Madden wanted to revolutionize the game because
I think this game is the reason why Roger Goodell right now is trying to like reduce concussions. I just want to see people get destroyed on the field after the play. I want you like absolutely just slamming people.
Because Clay Matthews before a game he gets psyched by throwing in the N64 and playing a game of Blitz.
Yeah,
and being
Romanowski,
like, that's what I'm going to do to my
learn how to
opponent.
be dirty from this game.
This is like harboring back to the days when like the drop kick was semi-legal.
Yeah.
It's like he did it. He did it.
Go,
Below,
go, go.
he did it below the
Why is-
collarbone, so we'll allow it.
Why is that one dude's head so fucking big?
Because you
Why
got
got
the
the
damn.
big
shit.
head?
What is it,
Eat
a
it.
ball carrier?
Yeah,
Yeah,
whoever
whoever has
has
the ball.
possession.
Oh
is
man, that's
big-headed.
awesome.
I think
Makes
it's
it way
only on
more
that team.
identifiable.
Yeah, and it's like all
just
of a sudden,
Ryby's
He
team.
has like a small
Yeah.
head, and it's just like
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, for you guys not watching this, this is a grudge match against the Atlanta Falcons and the Redskins.
I seriously.
And remember, these are like the 1998 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like,
nobody
Tampa Bay was
remembers these
good.
names.
Yeah, no one knows anyone anymore.
Yeah,
Does
well, I
does
remember-
anybody else remember like pulling legit all-nighters playing
Oh,
this
yeah.
game? Like
Oh,
just
yeah.
so much fun.
Because the best
Definitely.
thing about it is like you couldn't stay pissed because when you went to the next game, it completely went in your favor.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I think-
they just started like just hitting everybody.
Dude,
This
it
is
never
awesome.
didn't go in your favor because you
This
put
is
in
a
the cheats
game-
and shit on
This
things.
is a game
That's what
that
happened.
was like way before individual stats. It was like your offense is this good, your defense is this good. That's it.
Yeah.
No matter how many fucking games you win, it's not getting better.
and like the stats didn't even really mean anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Barely.
they have special team stats. It's like what? No one punts the ball. No one goes for field goals.
You don't even kick. It starts with you catching the ball. You get a free
Yeah, you don't even
extra
have to like
point.
kick it off or anything. It's well, actually, it's not free.
Oh.
There's like a 1% chance you missed it.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember one time I
nice
think
little
I almost broke an N64 controller playing against our producer Billy, my brother, because you go and you're just like, yep. I'm going to win the game with this extra point because it's tied right now. And then it misses. And then you go into overtime. And then you just get butt raped because you're still pissed off about missing that extra point.
Yeah. If you miss the extra point on Blitz, that's pretty
I
bad.
don't think I ever
This-
actually experienced that.
This game-
Never did.
This
I
game
think I
was
experienced it
so
twice.
much
And it's when the
fun.
game counts.
As
It's the
like,
only time it fucks you.
as like kids, and now this game is so much fun to play. But I specifically remember an interview when Madden was still, semi with it, and like had a big hand in the Madden games. He pointed this game out specifically on why he wants to make his video games better because he was tired of 5-minute quarters, and you still end up with a score of like 53-0 or something like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't made to be a simulation, obviously.
Yeah,
Like,
and that,
fucking
like-
Madden
Yeah.
should get over it.
Well, I think that's the real appeal of this game is it doesn't matter if it's like 3rd and 40. You can still throw
Yeah.
a short pass,
And it doesn't even
then all of a
matter.
sudden he just runs for like 80 yards.
Yeah, it just
It's like,
blows
holy
everyone
crap.
away. Just
No
like,
pass interference.
Obviously,
doesn't
there's
fucking
no
matter.
such thing as pass. I don't
Yeah.
even think the fucking refs are in this game.
No.
No.
There's almost no blocking.
Actually, I don't think we haven't seen one fucking penalty called yet.
This is
There are no penalties.
This is
Yeah,
what the NFL
none.
would be
It's
like
impossible.
right now if we still had replacement refs.
That's
Just
actually an
dudes
excellent
out on
point.
stretchers
That's actually an
everywhere.
excellent point. Maybe that's the appeal they were going for. Maybe
Yeah.
they let the
Interception.
officials go that
Who's,
long. So, like, we wanna see
who's
Blitz on
blue?
the field.
Ryby-san, it looks like from
I
the
think-
fist pumping.
I mean, this is just purely speculation. But I feel like the XFL league spawned because of the
Oh,
love
totally.
that people have
Oh.
for Blitz.
Totally.
Like,
Yes.
that was meant to be like the really intense, over the top. Like when you sack somebody, it's not.
It
like
was
some
live
real quick
action
celebration. It was
That
like
wasn't-
over the top celebrating.
That
and
wasn't
you
even
were supposed
football.
to rub it in their face.
That wasn't even football. They had like wrestlers in there, didn't they?
Well, they weren't real
Nah,
football.
well, yeah,
players,
they were
but-
Exactly. I think
Obviously,
sure
they
some
weren't
of them-
they were like,
professional
who
from
is
NFL
not in the
leagues.
WWF right
Yeah.
now and needs something
Yeah.
to do?
Rowdy Roddy Piper was the first quarterback in the XFL.
The fucking kickoffs weren't a kickoff; they were scramble. Remember?
really?
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah.
There's two guys that were obviously like the team scramblers or whatever the fuck they were, and they
I
just
only- I
fucking
think I only
sprinted
watched
at
one
it and they
game,
had to
was like,
scramble
I'm
over
not
whoever got it.
impressed.
It's
Didn't
like a
they-
pig pile deal.
The one thing that was great about the XFL though was the fact that
It paved the way for lingerie football.
I've never caught an episode of lingerie.
No, I was
It's
gonna say
amazing.
I was gonna
Really?
say a
Never
lot of
seen it.
amazing.
I don't. What channel is it even on?
I don't even know. I caught Spike probably.
That's what I'm saying,
I don't
dude.
know.
Oh, all right. Wait, just complete interjection. Maybe it has nothing to do with it. G4. Have you guys heard anything about that recently?
No, what?
No,
They're cutting Attack of the Show and X
Good.
Play.
Kevin Pereira's gone. I don't care
Kevin
anymore.
Pereira's gone. No
Yeah,
one
but they
watched
have
the
Sarah
Tackle
Jane
Show.
Underwood sometimes.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's what I'm saying.
Compare-
All right. Well,
she's
obviously the
terrible.
host went
Yeah,
down.
but
The host went downhill.
Compare like how awesome she does on the show to Olivia Munn. She was actually really entertaining and
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and still
I
I
think-
watched everybody.
I
the show
remember-
got popular because Kevin.
I
Pereira and
remember
Olivia
when
Munn
I
were the
lived
Is
hosts.
at
the
your
man.
house, we would either base whether we're going to watch that show, whether Olivia Munn and Alex Pereira were hosting that day.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
neither of them were there,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I'm just saying, like, isn't that G4?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
that
But-
their only?
Oh, yeah,
Isn't that their
seriously.
only?
Oh, they have
shows?
like
Yeah,
X
but-
Play and shit.
yeah,
No, they're cutting X Play.
Well,
Oh, they're cutting X Play.
X-Play
Attack of the
and
Show and
Attack of the
X-Play.
Show.
like, let's be honest.
So what else do they have?
What the fuck
Campus
else do they
PD.
Do
have?
you go and watch
Cops?
X Play for like
For 6 hours?
And that's not
anytime?
even their
honestly-
show.
I honestly don't know.
That's what I'm
Week-long
saying.
No one
week-long
watches
marathons
Attack
of
of the Show.
Ninja Warrior.
They
That's
play
all they
the
got at
Oh,
this
yeah,
weirdest-
point.
Ninja Warrior.
Ninja
They play the
Warrior.
weirdest fucking movies.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
just gonna be weird fucking movies and.
I don't know what it was for like a
Does
Does
hobby.
anybody
anybody
Fight
here
Club?
honestly think that like Attack of the Show is like unbiased or actually good to watch for like information on video games?
Yeah.
Like real good information. No,
No.
no one does.
But it's entertaining.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You didn't like
Well,
Attack of the Show,
not anymore.
really?
No, I hate Attack.
I mean,
Back-
not
Also,
now.
Shenanigans. Back in the heyday.
I
No,
used
right
Kevin
now.
Pereira
Right
was
now.
actually a
left.
good host.
Kevin-
It's
yeah.
over. Just stop the show.
That's the
when
thing.
Alex Trebek
He
leaves
was
Jeopardy,
hilarious
it's
and a
over.
great
Jeopardy is over.
That was a good.
I think that's what
Like,
happened.
let's
I think
be honest.
fucking Kevin
Who
Pereira
actually thought
left.
the
And
Wait,
NFL was
wait.
going
Then
to continue
Attack the
to
Show's
succeed
over.
when Madden left?
Can I postulate with the new Price is Right? Drew Carey is doing a rather good job.
I have.
But you know what? You know
When was the
what?
last
A
time
He is
lot
no
of the
Bob
older
Barker,
crowd,
but
a
he's
lot of
doing
the
a
older
rather
crowd
good
that
job.
watched that show religiously still dropped off the face of fucking planet because it wasn't
Yeah.
Barker.
Oh yeah.
No, but
Oh yeah.
see,
I mean,
the
you
thing
can
was
never
though,
replace Barker.
fucking Carey got up there, put on a suit, and everybody's sold.
You know,
They
I
fucking
can't
didn't
even-
know the difference.
I can't even recognize him as a fucking human
Dude, they just
being.
keep it
I don't
going, dude.
recognize you. Get fat and put the glasses
Yeah,
back
Yeah,
on.
you're
I
not funny
agree.
anymore.
I
Get
agree.
fat,
I don't
Alright.
recognize
Does
you,
anyone
skinny
remember when he
bastard.
went
Yeah.
no glasses for a little bit there, and it was like, whoa, no.
Yeah.
No.
Put those
I-
back on.
Put those BCGs
They're
back
not
on.
even real.
And,
They're,
and get fat again.
Yeah.
And I will watch anything you do.
And back to Blitz just saying, what the fuck is G4 going to do now? The end of the conversation. G4, maybe you want to respond to us.
Just
Because
throwing
you're
it out
full.
Just throwing it out there.
Throw in a
Just one.
hashtag.
Throwing up the Hail Mary.
The real fact in the situation.
Oh man.
You know what? With
Look at
those
these
shows
two
gone, you guys might have a
Warriors
chance.
battling it out on the
I'm
field.
just saying.
What?
No rules.
23
No
hours of
regulations.
cops and then an hour of cheaters.
No, I was gonna say they play the weirdest
Don't
fucking
entertain.
movies. I swear to God, they played Street Fighter, like Jean-Claude Van Damme Street Fighter. 6 hours straight,
That seems legit, though, almost.
and that wasn't at like 2 o'clock in the morning. That was like 6
wait.
o'clock in the evening.
Did
one
you
day.
do
where it
extensive enough
belongs, you
research to
mean?
know whether it was Jean-Claude's birthday, though? That may have been a
No,
reason.
I really didn't care.
There you
There are
go.
much
Could have
better
been.
Okay,
movies
wait.
that could've
Can
shown
I
for
just
that.
But I
ask,
feel like there's
do
better
you need a
Jean-Claude
reason?
movies to play.
In fact, they could have gone on a rotation of better
Okay,
Jean-Claude
I will
movies.
give you that. I will give you that. But do you need a reason to play Street Fighter at 6 p.m.? It's a glorious movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, but would you watch it 3 times in a
No.
row?
Not 3 times in a row, no.
Yeah.
But at 6 p.m.
Nothing else to fill the lineup.
Think about
Alrighty.
Let's-
You know how
hold on.
fucking stoned you would have to be to watch that 3 times in a row? Like,
Oh,
I wonder
yeah.
what's gonna happen next.
Yeah,
Oh my
more,
God, I
more than
never
usual.
saw
I
that
did not
coming.
see that coming.
Let's try to remember that when it came out, we were real young and Street Fighter was still popular. Go watch it now. I bet it's terrible.
Dude, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
it is.
Mortal
Oh, no,
Kombat
no, no.
movie was like that.
I still watch. It's not.
Powers
It
Powers
is not
Combat.
a
Still
good. It's
because
not a
that's one
good
of the
action
greatest
movie.
lines
It's
in movie history.
It's a good '90s action movie
Yeah, it's a
where
good
it was
90s
like
movie.
so bad that it was awesome.
That
No,
is
no,
a
no,
good
no, no, no,
action
no.
movie before CGI.
No?
No,
You think it was legit like great action?
Wow.
no, I think it was legit like the worst piece of garbage I've ever seen.
That's a
I've,
fact.
I
Mortal
think
Kombat?
There are no,
Producer Billy
no, no,
stepping
no,
in.
no.
as
Oh,
a
Street Fighter.
There were
Okay,
a lot of
alright.
movies that I liked when I was a kid. This was the only one where
Who's
afterward I
Washington?
was like, I'm going to like it only because it's Street Fighter, but
I
I'll
think-
be damned
Nice
if I'm going to
double
watch this
step.
movie.
I think
I just want to point out for everyone who can't see, who's not here, that he felt the need to plug in a mic to say that. That's how much he had to get that point out.
I think that Street Fighter movie is on par with like video games being brought to movies as Super Mario Brothers was.
That was terrible.
And if
was
you didn't pick
terrible.
that up on the microphone, Billy just cringed something
Oh.
terrible.
Yeah.
That was-
Super Mario was
You made
That
a
was
constipated
bad.
noise.
But the thing
John
is,
Leguizamo.
Can you
I think
imagine
your-
the
I
Blitz
think your
movie?
career tanked for that.
Oh,
movie.
dude.
as soon as you said that, though, I
dude.
wanted to go and
What?
watch
You
it.
were onto
though.
something there.
What?
The Blitz
An
movie.
NFL Blitz movie.
Yes.
They'd have to do a Blitz movie, but I think the person that would have to star in it is fucking LT.
Why LT?
Just
Because
monsters.
he was in Blitz the League.
You know who else? You know who's on the cover of Blitz the League?
Wait.
Romanowski.
Wasn't LT in Any Given Sunday, too?
Yeah.
And he played a monster.
I
Isn't
gotta
that
say, though,
isn't
He
that-
played himself in
Did any of you
Yeah.
guys play the new Blitz?
Fact.
Did any of you guys play the newer Blitz?
No.
Dude, the gameplay of the original, okay, was missing, and that's the reason I didn't continue to play it. But the fact
Was it
that
gone
it
completely?
promoted you to do steroids and cheat and bet on your own games and try and get you to throw your games to win money for your team so you can buy more steroids.
I,
That's awesome.
That's part of the game in the new one.
Yeah.
Holy
That's
shit.
awesome.
If your guy gets
That
injured, you
is-
try to juice him up.
I want to
hide
point out this is
the drug
probably
test so
the
he doesn't
only
So, bro-
football game that did anybody just see that?
What?
No.
He'd already gotten tackled and still somehow caught the ball in the end zone.
Also, hold up on this split screen right here. I'd like to just comment on just how funny it is. Oh my god, generic ass on a digital cheerleader. you knew it was
You
coming.
can bounce quarters off of
Oh
it.
man, I
Like,
love it.
It's like the best graphics in this game were dedicated to the cheerleader.
Oh, breakaway for the
And
corner.
anyone who checked out
He got it.
Oh wow.
and
That was
first
seriously a
video
sick
podcast,
run.
the Metal Gear Solid one, will know that they also put a lot of detail into digital assets.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
that's all
It's
they do.
sad that
Yeah.
you have more detail into the into the break
Yeah.
of asses that you do into the entire
Dude.
game.
Also into the crack of cleavage.
The thing is, though, when you were that young, wasn't that like, yeah,
Yeah.
cheerleader ass?
If I
That-
could
That took you to boner
that's why I
town.
wish
No,
my
so-
N64 had a fucking pause button. I was like, come
Pause
on, I
it.
just want to stare at the ass a little
Dude,
bit.
that's what I'm saying. It's clearly like clearly marketed to just our age group at that exact time. Like that's
They
dude,
knew.
that
That's
was
what it's-
perfect.
It went to, it went to, like,
Genius.
It's awesome.
Genius
It's awesome like
marketing.
in how corny it is now, but back then it was
It
like,
would-
yes.
Yeah, the quarter would end, and you're already so pumped up because you're up like 7, 10, 20 points, whatever it is,
Oh.
and then this tight cheerleader comes up, and you just start going nuts.
And guess what,
For
guys?
those of you who
only have
aren't
to wait
watching the video
52
ca-
more seconds for another cheerleader.
For those of you who aren't watching the video cast, whoever is green team right here was just
Livey, he's the
was just
he's the- yeah, he's
Livey
fearless.
was just running down, guaranteed touchdown. Then tries to taunt on the end zone line, and then just
It's
taken out.
automatic.
Wow.
That's
think-
that's what's
No,
so great.
but he
You
gets
it
don't tell it to
anyways.
taunt. It automatically.
This is, but this is also the time that you would snap a fucking N64 controller's half. Is that when you go to make the tackle at the end zone, you do that queer one where you grab onto one arm and you spin him, and then end up throwing him into the end
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
couple that
Instant
like propelled you
touchdown.
forward, and you'd come at him straight at him from the opposite direction. He'd be 2 yards out of the end zone. You hit him, but it does the animation to throw him forwards.
Yeah.
And then you throw him into the end zone. You're like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Block
and then
low.
right after that, they go for 2, and it happens again. And then you're like, well, 7 points will still get me in the lead. So you march all the way down the field with 20 seconds left, score a touchdown, and miss the extra point, which you have no control over. You cross your fingers and press A.
I
That was the
definitely
game
like
calling you a
the,
bitch for not going for 2. That's
The-
all it was.
Come on, Brown
like,
Town,
oh, yeah, you
convert.
could easily go
Oh,
for
he
two.
got it.
Oh yeah, wow,
Right
on
on
the
the
line.
line.
1
Go for
second
the field
left.
goal. He's going to kick the field goal. No, he's not. No,
Dougie.
he's not. No, he's not. Wow.
The
Bitch,
clock
play
is
kicking
down
clock.
field goals
Zero.
also win games.
Interception on the goal line.
Oh. Should have run back and cheer.
Is
All right, wait, generic cheerleader coming up, and then I'll say
Here's
what
the
I was going to
generic
say in the
cheerleader.
next
If
quarter.
you're not watching this, you got to check it out.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, that's right. No, it's only
Oh,
halftime.
it's
It's only in
not.
between.
Oh wow! All right, well, f that.
Finally.
All right. Anyways,
This game just
So,
went down
all right, right
the
here.
tank.
the play calling. 5 seconds. Pick your fucking play. It doesn't highlight it or anything.
No, it does. It does, but
It
you
does.
can hide it by hitting up. Like that
Oh,
was the
really?
advantage.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you just got to remember
Oh
what
shit! I didn't see it.
what you're fucking
Where
hitting.
Madden, it
But
gave
then
you like
you couldn't
legit
see
like,
it either.
oh, let's give you 30 fucking seconds to pick a play
That's
and
what
go
it is
through all
in
the
real life,
pages.
isn't it?
And no, but I'm just saying like the other player can just sit there and watch you fucking go
Oh,
through plays.
yeah.
Where in this you're like 5 seconds, boom, boom,
dude,
boom, and you can
it's-
just hammer off an A and then
I
move
mean,
around
really,
to everything.
Doug
and
made a
nobody's gonna
good
fucking
point
see
All
it.
though
you-
that you only have one button for a receiver. You don't have depending on what direction, so it's not that hard to pick up a receiver.
Yeah, but just look at the plays though. Like they're so varied. Like some of them have like 2 random running backs running behind the line of scrimmage the entire time.
Yeah.
And then fucking one dude that goes
What-
out wide, and it's like this is beneficial to no one. And they're all like that though. There's
was
like
I
3
the only
good plays.
kid that was like constantly on defense, just running suicide all the
Oh
time?
no, I love that. I love
Yeah,
that
that's
shit.
just
It was different on
run,
defense.
You run man coverage every time.
No,
take
no,
the
you
guy-
run
Suicide.
No, you run
Suicide.
or
no,
goal
no,
line.
No. I was on defense,
Touchdown.
and if I remember correctly, there was
Philadelphia.
a small break. Like if you can imagine the line,
Yep.
and like say this is your QB, there was a small break
Right
on
in the
either
corners.
side,
Yep.
and you just take your one defender that you're controlling, and you just keep running at that,
Yep.
and it naturally breaks away
Yeah.
every time they snap. You slip right in between. It's a
Yeah,
sack
fact.
every time.
Dude, you get to the point where you can literally just run goal line every fucking play, and you just ice the quarterback. There's nothing they can do.
You run man coverage and use the middle linebacker to blitz because they would stay on him, and the second he passed the ball, BA took out
That-
the receiver.
That's how
every
you know-
time.
Okay. Vote. Better on the N64 or better on the arcade?
N64 because the arcade you had to plug quarters.
And you had to
Okay,
go to
if
the
you
arcade.
didn't have to, if you had them both right there next to each other.
I don't know if
See,
I
the thing
played it
is-
I personally like
enough.
slamming like the. It felt like better to like slam that second supposed to like
Yeah.
slam the
The thing
little
is-
Because like
thumb
if you
thing
felt
over.
like breaking the machine, it wasn't yours. I can see
Oh,
that.
That-
True.
it's the same
Hey.
one. Oh no, it's not.
That's
It's a
a different
different.
one.
They just
Oh.
changed
She
her
doesn't
head.
even want to look at you.
No,
Yeah,
she's just
like,
slightly
"Oh,
turning.
What a bitch.
That was like the next
Dude,
part of the
do
turn.
you remember the replacements?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they did that weird thing where the cheerleaders were like
Were,
getting
like,
all sexy
posed?
on everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably where this came from.
Oh yeah.
When did the replacements
Oh
come
no,
out,
no,
though?
the replacements is way after this.
So about
Yeah,
the same
way
time.
late.
So no, other way around then. This came out, the
IMDb it.
replacement said, "We are
IMDb.
doing this
Holy shit.
Fact.
because people want to see cheerleaders."
Oh, the Asian schmack talk
I just
coming
wanna
into
interject
play.
here. Went to the store today, and I'm like, gotta get a Monster to stay awake because I was dying at work today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see a brand new flavor.
Wait, are you plugging Monster right now?
No, what I'm doing
Have you
is
seen
I'm doing
this thing
a
yet?
live taste test. Now this
Okay.
looks awesome.
Dougie,
Oh, you haven't even
also
cracked
Cuba
live
Lima.
taste test that?
The Cuba Lima.
Yeah,
Possibly
everybody's
the
gonna
Cuba
taste test this,
Lima.
and we're gonna let you know.
I just
I'm
want to point
excited,
out
always
if
excited.
Monster is listening, this is probably worth like $5,000 worth of plugging.
It's worth at least 3 podcasts.
The aroma
viewers.
is almost non-existent. There's a hint of lime though.
Give it a swish. Give it a swish.
Should you
Twirl it,
pour?
twirl it.
Should you pour
Wait,
it in a
let
glass
it
so you
breathe.
can see
Let
what
it
the
breathe.
body's
Let
like?
it breathe.
Little brandy twirl here. Hold on.
Let it breathe.
Second dibs.
Ooh,
Third
I call
dibs.
third. Oh.
Gotcha.
Fourth.
That's a solid Monster.
That's a solid Monster.
Solid
Cuba.
monster deal.
Is it something
Do
that
we,
you
do
feel
we
like you
know
can
the
mix with
correct
alcohol easily?
pronunciation? Cuba Lima? Cuba Lima.
Dougie.
All right, I'm gonna give it negative points because it's semi-warm, but I'm gonna give it positive points because it tastes like a delicious lime drink.
No, you can't take third sips.
Just took my third sip because
Okay.
I bought
Yeah.
the Monster.
Okay, fine.
Also, I wish it was colder.
Fourth,
Ah.
rub it in.
Fifth.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Dougie, do you feel like you could
Ooh.
easily mix it with
Ooh,
some sort of
I just want to
alcoholic
say that I
beverage?
like
Oh,
the
easily.
can.
Yeah, the can is grip too.
The
What was
can
that,
is
Tommy?
great.
Can you mix
Wait-
it with alcohol?
wait
I
until
can
you
tell
grab
this is
Tommy.
this is
Easily.
literally designed to mix with tequila.
yeah.
No, seriously,
Put a little
Yeah.
salt on the rim of that.
not
bitch.
even joking. Like you
Ooh.
put tequila in this, and you
Yeah,
got
you're not
yourself
dropping
is-
Jaeger bombs. You're dropping tequila,
tequila
bombs.
bombs.
Being warm, that is
tequila
good.
bombs, yeah, faux show.
And the can. Ooh, I like that can.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with Powers that if it was chilled.
But
It's very
tequila,
smooth.
but tequila
It's very
bombs,
smooth.
Tommy.
Oh
Yeah. And when you do tequila
you know-
bombs, you're gonna have a bad time.
You know what you guys
No, you're
gotta
gonna
do?
have a blackout time.
You're gonna have a good time.
Doug, you
and
guys
then
know what you
you're
gotta
gonna
do the
have a
next
bad
time you do like a podcast on a Friday or Saturday or sometime in the
Whatever we
weekend?
want, man. We do whatever
Sailor
we want.
Jerry bombs.
Ooh, Sailor Jerry and the Seltzer bombs.
Possibly some Cuba Lima.
Sounds
Did-
pretty classic. for the
Hold
Doge
on.
crew.
I
That's
got
how
a timeout.
classy
I got a
people get
timeout
shit
right in the
faced.
middle of this. Right in the middle. I've never seen that.
What?
Browntown just pitched the ball.
Are you serious? I didn't even know you could pitch the ball in
there
this
was
game.
when I used to
No.
play. I remember pitching it slightly,
I
and you could get a
don't-
decent
Dude,
run
no.
off of it.
I don't remember that
You
at
know
all.
what's missing out of this game that's a huge football factor?
Yeah,
There-
nice.
There's no such thing as a running back.
No, the running back is a receiver that is behind the line of scrimmage.
There's no halfback, there's no fullback, there's no running back.
Interception.
Yeah, I mean,
I love the diving on.
if your linemen were allowed to, if your linemen could actually catch him, which they should have done, you shouldn't be able to throw to anybody. But
Was there
yeah.
How many
Was there,
people are
like,
on the
any
field
other
for each
blitz?
team?
3 linemen, 3 receivers,
And the QB?
6 QB.
Can I
So
just point
7?
out we are in OT1 right now
Oh,
with
oh,
58 seconds.
notice.
28, 28.
Uh-oh.
This is a tight
I knew it was
game.
tied.
We haven't been paying attention
Is
at
this
all.
is this sudden death OT?
I've been
No,
watching.
I
this
think-
is only
no,
OT1, so
I
I'm
think
not
it's at
gonna
the
think
end.
so.
He probably
Unless
gets
this
his
is a
rebuttals.
countdown from like OT3 to
Oh, we got it. Live.
Let's see, this may be game.
No, there's
Big.
rebuttals.
Is this-
There's definitely rebuttals.
Yeah, they wouldn't even let him go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
kick was
All
good.
right, here we go.
It's rebut.
36
You know-
seconds.
You know,
Oh, that's what
Browntown,
it
I'm
was.
sorry, but I'm rooting
That's
for you
what
to
it was.
score,
That's the other
then
cheat
miss the
besides
kick.
permanent
I want to see
turbo
this.
was you had like a super defense that could bowl through guys like that.
Yeah. I gotta say,
No problem.
do you think by any chance, this game being as awesome as it was, that the new NFL overtime rules had anything to do with these? Because they're like, we want to see more hits.
It's a
No,
possibility.
because
I think it is.
no, because now they're like
getting to the
toning
point,
down on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're getting to the point where they're realizing that people
No
are just
kickoff
dying
anymore?
at a young age
Well,
and having
Libby
real
get
bad
it? Libby got
injuries.
it.
Libby wins.
Ryby pulls out the win. Eagles versus Washington's 35-28.
He's trying to console his.
All right, let's
But it's
get
not really consoling. It's really
grand
just
champion.
Term
straight
tier.
mockery. Just straight mockery.
There's
that
there's
was
no
game
respect
2.
in Blitz.
I think
that
Ryby's
was game
2-0,
2,
right?
That was game 2.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
he's
I
done-
missed the
he's done-
entire first
He's
game.
done it with the Atlanta
Yeah.
Falcons,
Yeah.
and then went to Philadelphia. Be the worst teams possible.
Zero passing. Take it.
Yeah, that sounds like the
Chicago.
Bears. Yeah, Chicago. That sounds like the Bears
The
now.
Bears.
Yeah, it sounds like they've stayed about the
Sounds like
same
that.
for the last 16 years.
Nah, dude. I got Brandon
just got
Marshall
50
in
you
You
fantasy.
just
He's
turned
actually
like
doing
fog
pretty legit.
on.
Yeah, he also just turned
Fog
on
on.
like extra field goals.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, this is awesome.
What else did he turn on?
Fog.
He has a higher chance of getting a field goal or something.
Cool.
He's hacking it.
Just
Not
hit
like
field
you're
goals
gonna
from
use
70
it, but
yards
okay.
out every time.
The more cheat codes that Ryby uses, he doesn't realize it just fuels Browntown.
You see what I
'cause then
mean,
He'll be
though?
like, "Well, you cheated, so."
Ryby can just fucking
Put
go
an
to the
asterisk
play.
on
He just picks him real quick and then he just mashes buttons on. Wow.
Safety.
Oh
Rare
wow.
save.
Browntown off to a great start.
Yeah.
Did,
Was-
I bet you $5 if you put in the Steelers. Cordell Stewart's quarterback.
Yes.
He is.
Yes. But I mean, Trent Dilfer can stiff arm in this game, so can you imagine what Cordell Stewart can do?
That's the other thing I love about this. There's no different body like mechanics.
Yeah,
Everybody's
everybody's
the
the same
same
speed.
jacked.
Everybody's the
body.
No,
same
no,
jack.
no, no,
Everyone's
no.
the same speed.
Haven't you seen any of the fat asses yet?
Oh no, okay, I take that back. There's fat asses, and then you have the QBs that are just skinny, and then everybody else is this
man.
mid-range kind of jacked.
I don't see any fat asses on this team because their defense is
That
That
already
92
terrible.
right there is a fat ass.
Well,
love how the
kind of.
fog
There's
is
some
causing
sumo
screen
guys
tearing.
on there though.
I
You
think
notice if you look on the sides, you see the screen tear on the
When
sides.
the white lines come in
Yeah.
for the sidelines.
Like you just see it like stretching, pulling, and like.
I also
pushing.
love that
Or
There's
maybe
no-
this is just like a mystical field of dreams.
Oh yeah, look at it. Yeah.
Field.
I
Those
also
are like
love
the
that there's,
ethereal plane.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
There's
my
no
God.
crowd in this game.
Wait, is that Earl Bennett?
Wait. Was
I'm
that
telling
Ryby
you,
with
Field
a
of Dreams, they're all
0
coast. You just
passing
can't see
rating?
'em. They're there.
Yeah, that was a bomb. See, that's what I was saying about the ratings not meaning anything. It
Yeah.
says there's no passing, and yet he just did
Yeah.
a jump pass for like 80 yards.
If you throw it to a fucking guy that is open, you're gonna fucking make it. That's it. Yeah, there's nothing else.
I-
It wasn't like, oh, you pick this guy, I'm going to throw
Wow,
it my
nice
distance.
QB.
It's like, oh, you pick this guy, he's there, I'm going to throw it to him. There we go.
I love how
I
there
would
was
love to
very
see-
little strategy to this game.
well, it's all about just like
You
just
can
by
almost
hitting.
button mash your way through this game and win.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, you don't have to know who you're throwing to.
And I love the fact that if you jacked your defense, like figured.
Oh
wow,
man,
those
look
are
at that
some tits.
rack
So-
right there.
So we
Ah,
we talked a little
missed it.
earlier
It's
about,
alright,
the,
we can
about
pause
the
it.
nice,
Those
tight
were firm.
buttocks, right? Well, did you see those breasticles?
Those were
There was a
incredibly
glare off
firm.
them.
Oh my god, dude.
It's like somebody
Dude, it's
went
like-
in there and oiled them down, or just like,
I,
okay, go.
I saw Tommy shield his eyes. Legit blinded him.
Blinding.
Oh my god, there's so much oil.
Um,
what are they doing on the sidelines?
I forgot what the fuck I was
On this,
saying.
dude, with Blitz, since they're not playing real football, they're not real cheerleaders, so they're just probably shooting like cheerleader porn on the sideline. Like, let me oil up them
This
titties.
is like
The
replacement.
the
If
thing
you've
I
seen
loved about this
replacement, you
game
know.
is that you could jack your defense up and easily get 20 points purely in safeties. Because you just keep working them back and working them back.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh my god.
in every single game, I'd say pre Xbox probably, there was always a trick to just score mass points.
Yeah.
In every defense, there was a hole. In every, there was always an
I feel like
overpowered
even,
team.
Even going into Madden, I remember, I think it was like Madden 2004 when Devin Hester became like the big name for punt returns. You'd sub him in at wide
Wow.
receiver and then just hike and screen pass, wide receiver screen pass to him, touchdown every time. There was nothing you
That's
could
what
do
I'm
to
saying.
stop
Oh no, actually, no. Fuck that. I used to play 2K. What was
Oh,
it?
God,
NFL 2K. Great game.
NFL
all right,
2K5.
but
Yeah,
I
$20
was
at launch.
real good at the game. Played against Bryant Thompson. If anybody's listening right now, you probably know him. Anyways, Bri Thompson, and he would run the same exact like angelic fucking Hail Mary every single time, and there was no way to stop it, and it was a 90-yard pass every fucking time. There's nothing you could
guys,
do.
So everybody knows what a squib kick is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So in the new one, or in games past, you could either do a regular kick return,
You could do an
squib
onside,
return,
right?
or you could do an
Oh,
onside
late draw.
return, right?
Yeah.
They got rid of that in the newest Madden 2012, but you can
Are you
still
serious?
squib kick it. And
Why
if you
can't
hit
you
it just
onside
right,
kick?
at just the right amount of power, you go recover the ball on their 20. It is stupid. So going back to what you were just saying, like, it still happens. I remember playing Madden 2011. Was it 11? Yeah, Madden 2011, 12? 11, 12. One of the two. Brett Favre on the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
He could, running backwards, sprinting off his back foot, he could throw 60 yards.
Yeah, that's
And
Well,
it was
correct
just
physics.
stupid.
Wasn't
No, Favre can do
You said
that.
that-
Have you ever met Brett Favre? He's a legend. He's a John Elway
wait,
type
you
character.
said
Have you seen his
2011,
penis?
right?
Lots of people have.
What?
You heard about that, right?
Where do you bring up this penis
You know
stuff?
about that, though, right?
No, I know nothing.
Oh.
He took
wow.
he took a
Was it just in one of his Wrangler commercials? He's just huge, so you could
No,
fucking
he's
see
another
through his Wrangler?
celebrity fallen fate to cell phone and not knowing how to
Oh
use
my
it.
god!
Yeah,
no,
he texted.
no,
to,
it was actually an actual worker for
Wait, hold
the
on, what-
Jets when he
what
was
did
on the
they-
Jets.
What
he
did they
took,
text?
He took a shot of his wiener, man.
Oh.
With
Wiener
what
pic.
fucking?
He sent a wiener pic. To
Wait,
this
wait,
woman.
it was like a
Okay, you can
scandal, like
shut the
cheating
fuck
on his
up. We
wife
haven't-
type deal.
No, it wasn't.
no,
she
no,
on his
no.
wife.
It was just.
He
I
just
think it
sent
was
his
kinda like-
penis because he knew it was
To the
all right, and he
I
wanted
think it was
to
him
post
just
it.
kind of joking around, and
All right.
then
No,
Brown
I
Town
think it's
can
'cause he's
agree with
Brett
me.
Favre, and
Who
he's just like, I'm
hasn't
Brett
done
motherfucking
that?
Favre.
What?
he's like,
that's what it
whatever.
Who hasn't accidentally texted a picture to somebody of your dick? Come on.
Accidentally?
definitely say
Never.
You guys.
On purpose. Plenty.
I've made solid relationships because I did
All right,
that by
Tommy.
accident.
I
wow,
understand
you
a
are
ball shot to fuck with your friends, but straight shaft, I don't
Ask
know.
Dougie. Ask Dougie. He took a picture
I
of my
think the
nuts
only
one time.
legitimate answer to that question is not yet.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, accidentally? No, I'm pretty careful about who I send
No,
my
I
wiener to.
legit texted somebody a picture.
Yeah,
of
I
my
mean,
dick.
if you're
drunken, never mind.
If you're sending a dick pic, you are like
Well, that's
checking the name. You're like, wait,
that's
wait,
not
wait, again.
accidental.
Yeah.
That's
Single
drunken
first
wiener
letter,
tech,
second
no
letter,
wiener
third
tech.
letter,
well,
fourth
that
letter.
and you have to
That's
give it the
different.
situation. I was wearing sweatpants. It was warm,
Which is just.
Wait, hold on.
and I was like, "Good God, this is a good one."
Wait,
Why are you wearing sweatpants when it's warm?
sweatpants? What, you weren't
No, I'm
wearing
just
some-
saying it was warm.
No, you should have.
Oh.
You gotta get some of that pair that has.
There
the
was
slip-
some
I know what you're
gesturing
talking about.
people.
Right out from that. That way you don't even have to drop
Dude,
the.
every guy knows what I'm talking about. You're wearing your favorite kind of
Yeah,
sweatpants.
it's just that right
Your
warmth,
girlfriend or whatever
that
is
right
in there, and you're just
length.
like, "Oh yeah, check this out." Bam.
and they're like, "Holy shit, that's a pretty nice
And that,
length
yeah, and you're
flaccid
like,
penis."
and you're like, yeah, that in your mind, you know that's a half chub, but you text him and be like, yeah, that's soft right there.
Yeah, that's awesome right there.
That's me soft.
Full raging hard on, just like yeah, that's just straight soft.
Doesn't work later on in the relationship because then she's like,
Well, who cares? That gets
No,
you in the
it's
door,
not.
man. That gets you in the door. That's like a
Oh, yes,
strategy
that's,
numero.
that's a good in the door.
Tom's
move.
going on the steps that a wiener pick gets you in the door.
You take a
like
solid
check out
hard
my
wiener pick. You pop like
That's
two
his go-to
Viagra.
icebreaker.
You pop 2 Viagra and you're like, yeah, that's a soft. I'll tell you what, it was 30 degrees out and that's an all soft wiener.
Does anyone see a chick over there at the bar?
You can believe it.
Someone
It
go
gets
grab me
outside
your
suffering
number.
from
I got a
hypothermia.
pick waiting.
I'm outside suffering from hypothermia when I took. Booyah!
so fucking.
I had just recently rubbed ice all over my dick.
Wow, that
That's
thing's-
how big it is.
This thing's insanely veiny until it gets flaccid.
I just
Yeah, that's just the way I am,
man.
man.
just to let you know and give it some comparison, I put a beer bottle next to it. How the
phenomenal.
fuck did we talking about
Good
dicks?
times.
Oh, man,
I don't
that's
even know. Good times though.
I'm like literally
Back to the
lightheaded
game.
They're in the
laughing so
fourth
hard.
quarter
Back to the
already.
game for our poor YouTube watchers now who have just been watching this just commentary. They're like, what is going on?
It's alright.
YouTube
Hopefully they're
watchers, we'll
enjoying
catch
what
you
we're
up
saying
here.
and enjoying what they're seeing. Getting excited
Browntown is
both.
about
I mean,
to possibly win or
I've been
take the
paying
lead.
attention. I've been paying attention, right? And since the
Browntown
safety,
takes the lead.
Since
Since
the
the
safety.
safety.
And that's really what's been chugging this game along.
The safety,
That opening
yeah.
safety really pissed Ryby off.
Yeah.
He wanted no part of that.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
man.
look
It's
at
like
him. Just
guaranteed
tie
like,
game right
I think
now,
29
but-
yards is like the minimum run back.
You know, I was just thinking, and I think you could probably agree with this. A good mix of football and podcast. You should do a Super Bowl podcast.
It'd be so much work.
That would be kind of work because
Yeah.
you want to eat.
Yeah.
Oh God, I want.
I feel like it'd just be like.
I mean, whatever. We could just
I would
talk about
totally-
the shit that we talk about, and then you just cut out all the blank time. That's
What's the
stupid,
halftime show
or
this
like,
year?
You just
I
have
have
to.
no idea.
You just have to have one.
I
guy
really don't
constantly
care.
muting people
We
while
can
they're
probably
eating
do it
shit.
then.
Or we
That's
do
when
like
the
a halftime
halftime-
cast
During the
or
halftime
something.
show.
It's not so much
Yeah.
halftime for me. It's
Super Bowl
I gotta take a
halftime
huge
cast.
deuce right now time.
Well, I feel like if you're just gonna do that, you could
Right
just
after
do it
wings.
whenever, and then
No,
just
if
say
you
it was during
you should
halftime.
do a Super Bowl podcast and just only have like 3 mics and then just switch out people as they want to go.
Maybe we could
That
try to
sounds-
set up a
oh, God, so
live
much work.
podcast for Super Bowl
Whatever.
by that point.
It's just an idea.
So
I'm
much
sure we
work.
could find some people that are willing to do some live commentary of games.
Dude, I'd totally be willing to do this. I love this shit.
I don't
Dude,
think
I
I
feel
know
like-
enough
I think
about
I
all
found
the teams
I think
to
I
do
found my
it,
new
but-
calling. I want to be.
Yeah, no, I
wanna be a
think
DJ
I
now.
think what it is you have to have at all times.
Who won
Brown just
this?
lost again.
Sorry, let's talk about
I feel like
Three
I feel like
and
con-
up.
like,
Wait, how'd you win that?
Wait,
Did you
wait.
come back?
Can we all
How?
pause? Can we all pause real quick? Browntown.
how you
Can I
feeling?
recommend not picking Washington?
Yeah, let's not go Washington second,
dude,
third
pick the
game in a row.
Patriots.
I'm just saying maybe it's
Pick
bad
the
luck.
Patriots?
Pick the
The
Patriots
Yeah.
or the Packers.
No, or the Rams.
God.
No, Packers.
No, the Rams
Tampa
are
Bay.
big back at
Dude,
this
how
time.
solid are the Patriots? and
Oh
the
wow,
Packers?
Tampa Bay's monstrous.
I mean, come on.
No,
Back,
seriously,
good,
seriously.
still
Go
good.
Browntown. Go to the Packers right now and look at their stats.
Not too
Oh,
late.
the Cowboys, they have Deion
Minimal
Sanders,
time.
Michael Irving, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman.
Oh,
Still?
Still in this game. Well, still, like obviously not
still.
still.
Oh,
he got a
so
like in the
snowy
80s.
field. He got
How
the
did you guys
snowy field
read
sheet.
that? It was so fast.
I guess not.
Snowy field.
I guess they do have a crowd. They're just like that weird 2D
Yeah, they're just a literal
print.
block.
Yeah.
They don't move at all.
you can only catch them at the right angle.
Literally
Yeah.
has not changed since Tecmo
Well,
football
I
in
think-
'88.
I think you don't see
Same-
the crowd
same
unless
guys.
you get that opening
The
pan.
cheers are kind of like a truck going by. It's, yeah. As it like turns with the camera, you barely catch a glimpse of them.
Look at Trent
Oh, wow.
Dilfer. Trent Dilfer.
I'm not
this
gonna
is-
lie. I am still enjoying this game a lot, though.
Well, that's what
Some of the games we play, it's like, oh, this is
lame.
lame.
This is just like it. Like the
fun.
only difference between
It's
what
just
we're
a
doing now and
fun
what we were
game.
doing like
Is that we're
what,
drinking
15
beers?
years ago is we're legally drinking beer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
really 15 years.
I think
Yeah,
this is a
the only
game-
thing we're doing differently now is that I was ripping shots of vodka when I was 10 illegally, and now I'm sipping a
not
beer and it's
watching-
legal.
Not,
it's
not
fine.
specific to this game. I'm just talking
I-
in general.
Yeah, no
It's
doubt.
an in general thing.
The,
I
like
think
it just
you
makes it
wouldn't-
more fun because we're ripping beers right
I
now.
don't think you could have as much now. I don't think you would play this game by yourself.
No.
No.
But
To be honest-
obviously, if you had a couple buddies,
To be
you
honest,
can only
until-
do
until
2
Brown-
players.
Whoa,
right?
wait, can you do 2 people on one team?
No,
No,
not in
no,
this
I
one.
don't
This
think
was
you
2
can.
players.
I was gonna say, if you can play 2 people on one team, I would have played this game all the fucking
Yeah.
time. I love doing shit like that. I love doing team crushing because you can manipulate the computer defense so much. It's
Yeah.
awesome, and it's just fun. You just drink beers and you just crush the computer defense.
You know what I was thinking about when I was at work and I was listening to all the old podcasts.
Marvin.
How the
Harrison.
fuck have you guys not talked about Command and Conquer yet?
Oh man, we got a lot of games on the
Oh,
list.
don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't you
I
worry.
realize you're only like what? This is like the 8th or 9th.
This will be.
And we even did some games
7?
before that we just
Yeah,
it's
so-
never made to fruition. But we'll
Don't
yeah,
worry.
trust me, we'll get
It'll
to
be
games.
there.
Because I've had some
we're gonna
fond
be coming
memories.
to you live a lot.
And
Yeah.
definitely with
We're
RPGs
gonna
like that, we
record our
want to
li-
get somebody who's ready to go with an RPG to frap, so you can
Yeah.
watch somebody build a
Especially
base.
now with the fraps, we need to
got
have like
fraps
with games
going.
like that. We need to have stuff pre-made. You know, we need to have
Computer
like
ass?
save games
I just-
up and
Second
stuff.
quarter.
All
Don't
this,
you
all
worry.
this talk about all the old games have brought back a lot of memories, and I think one of my fondest was when I think Doug and Billy were in the original house down by the library. It was like the first time I'd ever been exposed to like a
LAN.
LAN party,
Yeah.
and me and Doug would play Red Alert back and forth
Yeah.
all the fucking
Diablo.
time.
Dude,
Some Diablo.
Dude, this
Yeah,
is
we
same
played
as
Diablo, too.
StarCraft era.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can I tell a good
StarCraft
story
era,
about
original.
that? I remember when I had been playing a lot of Tiberian Sun at the time.
Yeah.
This is
Which
also
is
what a
of-
command.
No, wait.
Command
It was
and Conquer,
Tiberian Sun after Red Alert 2?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Or no, after Red Alert 2.
Tiberian Sun was
Nah,
after Red Alert.
Tiberian Sun was after Red Alert, but
True
before
story.
Red Alert 2.
I think I played.
Which
So-
one did we play all the time? Was
You
it
played
was it
Red
1 or
Alert.
2?
Red Alert.
I played Tiberian Sun a lot too.
No, me
And
and you.
Tiberian Sun. You guys played Red Alert.
I don't think
Did.
I ever played Red Alert 2 then.
Red Alert.
No, you didn't.
Wait, just pause.
Oh, maybe.
Can we fucking get into one of these RPGs again and start playing it together?
Those ones I tried.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
so fucking
wait.
hard to do.
Story time.
Really?
You keep
Billy
saying
could probably
Story
figure it
time.
out,
RTS.
but
RTS, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, RTS.
That would be awesome to go back and
So-
do freaking.
Tommy
Oh,
has been
StarCraft.
playing Red Alert
Yeah.
and getting pretty good at it.
yeah.
Unbeknownst to
my
Tommy, I've been playing Tiberian Sun, a later Command and Conquer game. I've been playing Tiberian Sun this whole time. I go over to Doug and Billy's one time to play Red Alert with them, and Tommy's like, "Oh yeah, duh? Let's play some fucking games."
I-
No, well,
please
not,
tell
well,
the
not
story.
like,
My memory's
not like,
shit.
not talking like
Blew
mad
it up.
shit like that, but he was talking some shit. And we
Lost
get to
the-
playing, and I just demolish you, and you were so pissed that you got up and left the house, and then 10 seconds later, you came back, you're like, all right, rematch.
I remember there was one time that I was playing at my house and Doug was at his house and we were playing a LAN. It was just me.
Dude, I remember. I loved hooking up through the.
Dudes.
Yeah.
With dudes.
Love it, Browntown. You had to you use the modem to call it, and so
Yeah.
the phone
I
would
love
ring.
that.
Yeah.
But then somebody would walk over and be like, "Oh,
yeah.
phone ring, hello," and then you'd hear him over the modem.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Hello."
Coming out of the
Yeah.
tower,
Coming
out of
out
the
of the
secret,
tower, you're
I was
like,
gonna
out
think
of the
about
secret tower
Dude,
speaker.
StarCraft, I know we all played on a 56K modem. I don't
Oh,
think
so
anybody had cable back then.
glorious.
No, the thing was,
I
is
remember.
it was still
28.8.
fine.
I was like, "Yeah, 28.8."
All right,
Okay.
hey, why with StarCraft 2 right now? Yeah, okay, I know it's fucking beautiful, whatever. Why do you lag such tits when you're fucking playing StarCraft 2? When you used to play the original StarCraft with your buddies over a 56K modem over zero graphics card, it was just
8-man
the built-in.
free-for-all.
That's what I'm saying. And you used to run it fine. How come they can't get that shit figured out?
That's an excellent
That's
question.
stupid,
So, for any of
dude.
you watching a video cast, a little bit of a technical difficulty.
sorry.
Apparently, it felt really bad for Browntown.
Somebody wanna-
and just air it out so that
The
we can
game
try
was
to
like, no.
reset.
The game was
No.
like, sorry, I clearly am doing something wrong. No one can lose that many
Billy,
times.
can
My
we
bad.
full screen this too?
You know what I?
I'm winning.
Dude, you were winning a lot of
We
times during
will-
the games, and you still
For
ended
the
up losing.
YouTube, I'm sure we're gonna fit something in there. So you just saw something. I'm sure it was awesome. So you're welcome. Something filled that void. I'm sure.
Hey, all right, you
What?
know what I want to put in there?
The void
I
that
w-
was just
all right,
filled,
all
yes.
right, void filled. You know what we put in there?
Void
and,
filled.
and now, and now you've already seen the void, so you already know what I'm talking about. I want to put in Madden play from the same time period because it was honestly beautiful. These graphics were decent, but Madden looked great for the time.
Yeah.
It looked absolutely great.
These look
Put some
terrible for the
fucking
time,
Madden
though. It was
footage
meant
in
to be.
there.
It was meant. I think.
No,
part
this
of it
was
is,
supposed to be arcadey.
Yeah,
Obviously,
exactly.
it was an arcade game.
Yeah, this is like the NBA Jam.
No,
for
I'm
the
just
NFL.
saying Madden knew what he was doing. He wanted to make a simulation game. He made a game that looked very
I think
similar
he
to
just stuck
real
his name on
football.
it. I
You
don't-
know what I?
Anyways,
know.
put some fucking Madden footage in there.
You know what I love
I wanna
about the
see
old
it.
games is that they're obviously. I don't think you could ever do it. There's no patches. There's no updates.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Oh,
You knew the fucking
gotta finish
you
product.
knew the little
Yeah.
you knew the little tricks. And you know what? I feel really bad for the guys that made the game because they knew it and they were like, "Fuck, we can't do anything about it."
Well,
just gonna
actually,
say-
you
Yeah.
shouldn't though, because I feel like what was so great is you could always, when you knew those glitches, you could always find a way to win because you're like, all right, I'm not going to run this every time. I'm going to try to actually win
fix
the
that,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then once you got down 2 touchdowns, you're like, all right, screw this. And then boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
3 touchdowns.
that was
and
fun
that's it.
trying for a little bit,
But,
but I'm done.
on that same notion of patches and blah blah blah. Me and Badal, we get to the video game store. I don't know if we're supposed to say names, whatever. Video game
You can
store.
Yeah,
name
we've
drop.
been-
Name
we've been-
drop all day.
we've been-
GameStop. I worked
yeah,
there. I
we've
got
been naming
0
everything.
hours. It was ridiculous.
Dude, it's not like you're gonna say Electronics Boutique.
All right,
Yeah.
but anyways, GameStop worked there. But Badal gets there, and then he goes, "Hey, do you want to throw down?" It was $25 for all the maps that come out.
All the guaranteed maps. For
all the
Halo
guaranteed
4.
maps that come out for Halo 4. Badal took it. That's fine. That's a good
How
deal
much was
now.
that?
25
for all
bucks,
the
I'm pretty
maps.
sure.
For all the
$25
DLC.
for 25 maps.
No,
No,
for
25
just
bucks
maps.
for all
whatever
the
the
DLC
whatever.
maps coming out
Yeah.
over the course of
Oh, so you
All
wouldn't
right.
have to fuck with
But do you
buying them
right.
I just
individually
get
or
them
whatever?
free.
But do you
Yeah.
remember like
Yeah.
Halo 2 when they just
Yeah.
came out with new maps and they just fucking
And you
gave
just
you new
got 'em?
maps because they were like,
And it was
"Hey
like-
guys, our game is semi-lacking at this point, so we're gonna give you a couple maps to
I don't
up
think
it
it was
to amp it up."
semi-lacking.
No,
I
no,
think
but
you
like-
No,
just
no,
need
not
to-
semi-lacking, but just like getting like
Yeah.
we're getting
It's
like
that time where you
repetitive.
need
Old
to
that-
change.
Like yeah,
So-
so but like they used to put it out as like, yeah, hey, we put out some new maps. Like here's the
Well,
freshen
it's
up.
like-
Now
They
they're
just
like,
Tommy's
hey, you
original
get new
point.
maps if you want to fucking
What?
pay
If
for
you
it.
remember, the new maps originally came on a disc.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. No, did
Dude,
they really?
So on
though?
Tommy's
Yeah, they
original
did.
point,
But-
games back in the day, they made it. They knew they only had the one chance. They gave you everything they could. You know, they put in
Yeah.
some cheats stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh hey, we can have people download content. They're like, all right, we can just put out pretty good games, and then we can like
Yeah.
give you the real good maps that
Yeah.
we're working on later on. And then
And
they're
make
like,
you
oh
pay
wait,
for 'em, though.
we
That's
can
the
make you
thing.
pay for them too, and it
Right.
just keeps progressing.
That's the thing. I was talking about. I mean, I don't even know if this is one of the ones that we aired, but we were talking about how games are $60 now. Like, yeah, fair
Yeah, I think
price
you
in
guys
today.
aired
I mean,
that.
considering they used to be $60.
Right, in today's
actually,
society.
Someone
But no.
reminded me the other day it was actually 70 N64 games when they first came out. If you remember,
you
they were
shitting me?
What?
$70.
No, no, no.
I don't think I ever bought
No
a
way.
new
I only
N64
rented.
game.
Nah.
There was
only
no way
bought a
because I
few.
remember because I was outraged that it was going from $50 to $60, and it's like, why? And they're like, oh, because we're putting them on discs now, and it's like discs are cheaper than making those cartridges,
Yeah,
and
the cartridges.
you're just gouging us because you want more money, and they fucking do it
You can't do
constantly.
that.
Can
You
I
can't blame a
interrupt?
business
Yeah, go
for
for it.
going
Can
for
I
more
interrupt
money.
Interrupt
and say
it.
that fucking cat knows that Brown Time isn't wearing underwear? He fucking
That
knows
pussy cat has been hanging around his balls the whole time.
It's been balls all night.
Oh, it's smelling the balls.
It's just
though.
because it's the
the
bottom
ball
of your pant
aroma
leg.
is getting everywhere.
Yeah, it's got
getting
the
sucked
ball
to
aroma
the
is coming
TV.
out of
I
the
don't-
bottom of your pant leg.
Yeah,
That's
don't
why.
Ball
mean to-
aroma is actually statically charged. So
I don't mean to
Touchdown.
massively backtrack,
Touchdown.
but I wanted to tell the story about fondness with Red Alert when I played LAN games with Dougie.
Oh,
Do
yes.
it up.
Red Alert was so glorious, and I think all the Command and Conquer games are this glorious, were that you could not see the whole map when you first started.
It's the Fog of War. It's in
Right,
like
you,
every
you,
game
you unlocked
now.
it. And I remember one game specifically when me and Doug were playing, and I think he thought he had me beat, and he sent over everything he had.
I know
Lo
where
and
this is
behold,
going.
I had just been sitting there and building nothing but mammoth tanks for like an hour. So Dougie like finally kills my one infantry dude, and he's just like typing these naughty words to me. And then finally you do that thing where the whole screen unlocks in just this massive wave of mammoth tanks. And if anybody can remember the Red Alert games, you can appreciate how huge these things were. And I think I just mowed over your infantry guys and then just blew up your whole base.
That's how every.
I don't think you ever
RTS
played Red
works.
Alert with me ever again after that.
Every
I feel
every
you gotta-
RTS works like that. Fucking StarCraft, you used to make like 30 battle cruisers.
Cheerleader
You send them to the
ass.
back corner of your base where nobody can see them, and they're like, "Oh, look at this guy! He's got like 6 Marines," and then you just
Yeah.
roll in with like 30 battle cruisers.
you were
like,
talking-
fuck.
Pal, you had mentioned earlier about like, oh yeah, if this game had like co-op in it, like you just love to constantly.
I
just do
love
nothing
co-op
but, like,
games.
Exactly, me too.
I
I
always
feel like
have.
yeah, this doesn't have it, but that what I loved about like Red Alert is that you got together and you fought against like 8 computers.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
you can
a
never
lot of
increase their
RTSs, I like
skill
that.
past a certain point.
Yeah.
Because then they just owned you.
No,
And so
because
even
it
if
was
you
like-
got better and better and better
Yeah.
and better. Like you never got good.
They
enough
were
to
like
It was
it was like exponential, like how
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous they got. Like you put them on
Oh, my
like even
God.
hard, and they just like could create
Really
like
just-
thousands of units a
Did anybody
second or
see
something.
that?
It was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I've been
Billy
watching.
just
it.
jumped,
Always been like
spinned,
that.
and threw like an 80-yard touchdown pass.
That's how you roll.
That's
how you roll in
that's how you-
Blitz.
That's how you play.
That's
man.
like he spun. And
Oh,
like,
just a
oh,
terrible,
good.
terrible
The
receiver
The
slash
Oakland
maybe
Raiders
quarterback.
are
I don't know.
bad. They always will.
These
be.
are like the two badass teams from back in the days: the Oakland Raiders and the
Not
Tampa
really.
Bay Bucks.
Yeah, and this is like 6 years before.
What
that.
year was this?
This is like
did we
6
even
years
like
before
definitely
that.
confirm that?
The,
Producer, have we confirmed what year this is? 97.
I said
All right,
96.
all right.
I was close
that was
enough.
close.
What grade were we in at this point?
Oh, sweet Christ.
What's
You're
that?
gonna
It was
make
like
me
What is that?
we
7?
were like
11?
9 or 10.
10?
I was born in '87.
97, yeah, 10.
10, so we were all in like
So-
5th grade.
Yeah, and I think
Oh
by-
man, I
probably-
love this
probably by
game
the
when I was
time-
in 5th
yeah,
grade.
and probably by the time I was playing, we were
Dude,
probably like
that
12.
was
when we were
elementary
real into
school.
Do you know what I mean?
Wow,
Like
PlayStation
Ellen,
64.
oh man, there was. I seriously remember just sitting in my room. Like, there's so many nights, like, with a buddy, and you just fucking played N64. This is, like, must have been around 5th, 6th grade or whatever. And you could just play games all night, and it was just so much fun. Like, that's
why I had to start.
And
the
now you
podcast
don't.
by letting people know.
The thing is, there's an excuse
feeling
because
going on in the room.
Yeah,
right now.
you have the excuse of networking now. You don't need to get 16 buddies into a room. You don't need to get 12 buddies into a room to do a Halo tournament. You
yeah,
just
but at
say,
the same time,
"Hey,
I
everybody,
miss
fucking
that.
log on Xbox
learn
Live." That's what I'm saying. No, you
podcasters, don't
definitely
worry.
definitely
yeah.
miss it. That's what
Well,
I'm
no,
saying.
because
Like,
it's
a
not-
completely different
It's
feeling.
not as
Yeah, it is.
genuine.
You don't
like
feel
if you
it.
play
There's
Primo.
like people always use the term the energy.
It's
in
not
the
as
room.
genuine if
Anybody
Primo's not
remember-
walking around throwing controllers.
Can
and
anybody
greeting
remember
people
back
out.
in
You
the
can
day.
hear somebody talking over the mic, and you can hear someone's like shit talking like that. But when you can see the person standing up and giving the hand gestures at
It's
you and
not
stuff
even
like
that.
that, and just like taunting you repeatedly,
It's not even
and
that.
just like
do you remember
watching them
playing?
die.
Do you remember
Ah.
playing the original Smash Brothers? And this is when we first like really started hanging out with Primo. That kid would have a fucking aneurysm
Yeah.
anytime he got like
yeah.
Falcon punched off the map.
Oh man, I love Super Smash.
Falcon
Wait.
punch!
Have we put up a Super Smash cast yet?
Not yet.
No,
I know that
is
we
coming
need to.
as well. That is coming.
That's
Yeah,
an
about some,
all-night
but-
event.
We're gonna
We,
we're gonna have
yeah.
to do some good frap.
I
search
honestly
want
to
to
like. Let's just sit around. We'll have interchanging hosts the entire time, and we'll just fraps multiple games, and we can just fucking turn it into a cast, 2 casts, 3 casts, or just pick the best of or whatever. But I love Super Smash. I want to
feel
play.
like-
I don't want
I
to
feel
just
like
have to sit here and
People
talk.
always use the term like, "Oh, the energy in the room was so awesome," or like when you go to a concert, "Oh, the energy was so great." Like, you know what that feeling is like,
Yeah.
especially right now. Like,
Yeah.
you're sitting, dude. This is what we used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit around, play
Yeah.
Blitz, and just shit on things.
And just
This
shit on
is
the
the
guy that's
feeling-
doing
This is
awful,
the
like,
feeling
wow.
you don't
Jesus
get
Christ,
over
you
playing
didn't
over
do
live.
But suicide blitzes. I told you.
And then it's
Man,
just like, oh, touchdown, 70-yard pass.
When I was a child, I used to go outside.
Shut up, Brown.
All right, Greg Brown used to go outside. I don't know. We probably don't have many
Out.
listeners that relate to
Brown,
that.
I can tell you right now, I forgot what the outside looked like between ages.
I remember
10 and, like, 18.
specifically
yeah,
one
there was a little
time
bit of green. There was some green
Not
stuff.
remembering
green
what the
stuff.
Some
outside looked
trees.
like, being slightly worried about the light coming through my window. This was after.
Goddamn glare.
This is after
Can
I
I-
broke my collarbone.
tell
I
a
was
story,
literally
pal?
stuck inside.
Can
could
I
not
tell
do-
the story?
All right, if you want to do so.
All right.
you go
So
Wait, is this
How-
the story of how he broke his collar?
no. This is a story of This is a story of the sunlight being bad. So after Pal breaks his collarbone,
He's doing
me and Powers
on
play WoW.
you.
So after
greatest
Pal breaks his
basketball
collarbone, he calls me up and he goes, "Hey man, I'm stuck at home. You want to come over and play some WoW?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll come over." So I get over there. I don't know what time it was, 2 or something like that in the afternoon. I get in there, I'm like, "Oh, where's Pal?" Come in. It is pitch black in the house. All the
Dude,
shades
I-
are closed.
Alright, keep in mind that I literally cannot lean up from laying position without being in excruciating pain. Like my collarbone
So
was
you
at a
go into
90-degree
solitary
angle.
confinement.
I make
But dude, what was I supposed to do? Like I was left home. Like that's why I invited Badal over. I was left home alone all day. Like my parents can't just take weeks off from work when I can't do
I
anything.
make my way through the
Yeah.
house. I get in
Needed
there.
them to take care of me.
I
Straight
get
up.
in there. I don't even think you knew
I
what
had
time
beer
it
waiting.
was.
I didn't need to. not prudent.
I think you had texted me like
No,
4
no,
hours
not.
earlier,
No,
and I was like, "I'll
fucking-
be right
no.
over." And
I had
then-
Vicodin and Xanadu shit. I legit didn't take any of them. I just drank brews because I was 17, 18 at the time. But pills
You
were
gotta
not
watch
doing
this video, cast.
anything at the time. They gave me a decent amount of them, but that's not the situation. Anyways,
pitch black. Open up the blinds. Ah, too much light. Too much light.
nothing I could do. It was blinding at the time. It was literally, I felt at that point like a vampire. And also at that point, he opened up the blinds and I realized there was just thousands of natty cans.
All around the
I'm
room.
cracking up right now.
when all of a sudden someone
No.
brings light into your world,
No.
and you look around and you're lying in beer cans,
No.
you know you're having a good time.
Keep in mind, I can't move at this time, so I can only reach so far. I have all right, maybe not thousands, but possibly hundreds of natty cans.
All right, hey.
Just
let me-
strategically layered around my room so that they won't fall over.
Can I just paint the picture of what happens? The first
fucking
sounds you
love it.
hear when you waken Powers from the slumber is just. Oh, what's up?
No. All right. Hey. All right.
Just
Once
let me
again,
move
I'm gonna
these beer
point out
cans.
I was completely like I would wake Bada up in the morning and be like, Bada, lean me up. Like he would have to push me forward
He's
because
like
I
infirm.
no seriously because I couldn't do it myself, and then it'd be like, all right, well it's 9. We got
me
nothing
a
else to
brew.
do, so why don't you send over a brew or whatever? And then
That sounded like that one-liner from Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna get you high today.
that's pretty much what happened. But we just started drinking. Like seriously, like I was in such pain. Like the pills. I mean, like all right, you could be. I just was never the person to take pills and just drink tons of beer. Like I just wasn't gonna do it. I didn't want to
Did you
get
ever
hooked.
think that maybe they just gave you placebos?
No, I don't think so. But like, even I talked to like a nurse at the hospital, and she was like the dosage is like take 1, like well, like don't take more. And like talk to her, I'm like it's not doing anything. I'm like I need to do something. Like this is ridiculous. And she's like, all right, well, take 2. It's like what? It's like
What if
what?
that wasn't
And she's
working?
like, all right, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And then I talked to like my girlfriend at the time's aunt, and she's like, drink down a beer with it. It's like, what the fuck? Like this is
led to another.
No,
I
no,
thought
no,
this
you're
was
not a
happening
very good
downward.
nurse,
no, but
Sorry.
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Prescription
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
painkillers.
It's like this is ridiculous. Like, why don't I just not take these fucking painkillers that aren't doing anything? Why don't I just drink some beers? It was honestly like at the point like, why don't I just do this? Like,
I
I
get the
couldn't
vibe
move.
from her that she was
Yeah.
the kind of nurse that definitely let somebody die on the job.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoops.
probably further along in school than
Alright,
she was
so
at the time.
clock low on the game and clock low on the
2
podcast.
seconds,
Yeah.
32,
Here it is.
28.
This is,
No,
this
no,
is
no.
hold on.
No.
To set it up, this is for Brown's first win.
Oh!
It is not. It is not for
man.
Brown's first win.
15-yard loss on a
You're
sack.
gonna have to find a clip of Madden just as disappointed as he's ever sounded before.
Dude, can I
Brown,
just-
you have let us
So,
down.
Can I just-
YouTube
It's okay,
viewers, YouTube viewers,
still think you're sexy.
you liked the last Metal Gear.
So-
We talked about the game. We went a little off topic, but I hope you liked the
I don't,
conversation.
I don't mind getting a little crazy.
I hope you liked the conversation, and
This-
the view was just a little extra for you.
And this is just a show that like this is a true classic. I'm not only having fun just sitting around talking. I'm like genuinely entertained at watching these two people struggle to play this
think
game.
this
I
against
think
each
the
other.
reason
It's
we
another
went
great game.
so off topic
Another
is
great
because
game.
It's
the
so great.
atmosphere generated by watching
Exactly.
the game for the first little bit
Exactly.
was
I think
just
this is
so
like
Just
fun
this
that
crew.
we just.
games you guys
winning crew.
haven't shit on.
This is a great
What was
game.
that?
I think this is like you guys
You
definitely
can't shit on
tore
this.
GoldenEye to shreds.
Oh yeah.
I tore it to shreds.
Well, yeah.
Well, I think everybody
Adamantly
feels the same
opposed.
way that you can't play it now and still enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Some people,
This
are,
is-
some
it's still just
people
as
still
smooth.
believe that that happens. But
But you
doesn't.
could just watch this game over and over again.
So much
Yeah.
fun. All right.
I gotta say though, I mean, just
So
is
much
there-
fun. So much fun.
There isn't a better football game.
Nope. Agreed.
No.
All right, I don't know about better, but let's just say more fun
the-
and entertaining that
of
you
the
can just sit
original
down
time.
and fucking play.
Of its
Well,
Yeah,
time.
of its time,
isn't that what
definitely.
defines a video game?
Yeah,
is
yeah.
how much fun it is.
Hell
So
yeah.
doesn't this make the best football game ever?
Arcadey with no RPG doesn't necessarily mean a bad game.
No.
It's amazing.
All right, we will catch you guys hopefully
Adios,
next week
users.
on the
Later.
same time.
Thank you for having me on. I'm just gonna plug my Twitter, T Hughes 603.
He
Twit tick me some boobies
plugging
and some
I don't
dick.
think anyone.
Plugging his Twitter.
I don't think any
will
of us
rate
even
them.
Twitter.
No, I have
I need
Twitter
some,
for
I
a
need
good
some
reason.
followers.
I
You have an
Twitter for
Instagram
good
too,
reason.
Tommy?
Blown up.
Huh?
You have an Instagram too?
I do not have Instagram.
Alright.
Why?
Instagram
What is your
gay.
good reason for having Twitter?
Because my Facebook got hacked,
Ooh.
so gave up on that. So I got Twitter just as a time waster at work besides the chive.
All right.
So
Just
So you just tweet all
subscribe to
day.
ones that you like.
not all day. I just get
Just
on
all
there.
day.
I just get
When I
on
take
there.
craps
I
at
like
work.
looking at some tits on Twitter. If you can imagine, there's actually a lot of tits on Twitter.
All right.
I see that. I see that.
Because I believe the guys at Twitter
Are
are
they
a little
Twitties?
bit slower
Are they
than the
called Twitties?
Facebook guys, and
I
they're
bet they're
just
called
like,
Twitties.
yeah, we'll let that booby shot
Or
simmer a little bit before we take it off.
are they a little bit quicker than the Facebook guys?
And they're like, yeah, we're gonna let
And
that
they're
play.
like, we're
for
gonna
a
let that
while.
go
We're gonna
because
let
that
This
gets
is
more
how we
people.
bring people to Twitter. Titties.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, hopefully
All right.
we'll see you again soon, Tommy. And thanks for coming on.
Later, users.
See you next
Later.
week.
Thanks.